welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 47 of 2022. So this week is another kind of bigger week, more things happening since it was Thanksgiving. So lots of stories, lots of photos and things to document. So first off, what I did was I looked through my cards and I found a lot of cards from Ellie Studio. I'm pretty sure that 99% of these cards are from Ellie Studio. I think all of these on this spread are from there. I loved them. I found so many over the past couple months that had a lot of oranges, that had that kind of homey vibe and worked really well for like Thanksgiving and this time of year. So this is going to be a double page spread, by the way. So love having double page spreads. I just don't normally have enough things to document. So I always think it's exciting whenever I have a big week and I'm able to like add more things. So I did grab out these two different stamp sets from Carrie Bradford, I believe. I definitely kind of pointed them out there at the beginning. So I have the extra large or jumbo or something numbers here. And then I also have some alphas stamps, but they're not quite as big as the numbers. But I thought I would pull out both of them and just do like a stamped title card here. So I stamped out week directly on my 4x6 card in black. And then I used some of my Catherine Pooler inks to stamp out the 47 just on a piece of scrap paper using kind of like this bright orange color. And then I'll cut it out. I'll add it to the card, but don't get too attached because I end up changing it. So I thought that the orange matched a lot of the orange pops that were in the cards, but once it was on my title card, I was not happy with it at all. I kept kind of looking at it as I was working on other things, and I thought, oh, maybe I can make it work. Maybe I'll start to like it, but it just never quite worked out, and so we will change that as time goes on. But for now, we're just going to get these all set up. So I do use my X-Acto knife here and I trim out the middle section of the 4, and then I will go ahead and adhere it all down to my card for the time being. So I love using stamps on my title card. I think I've mentioned that before. A lot of times it's just so much easier to just grab some alpha stickers and just plop them down. But I really do love taking the time to stamp out a title, and I think it looks really nice. I always really love kind of mixing and matching different stamp sets and things like that. This one I used the same stamp, I guess, font, but just different sizes. And I think that's fun as well. So we add that on, and then I'm going to grab a couple labels and I'm going to stamp on my date as well. So while I'm getting all that ready, we'll just kind of chit chat here a little bit. So how was everyone's Thanksgiving? I hope that it was nice for you guys if you celebrate, if you're here in the US and all that kind of good stuff. I love Thanksgiving week. It's always such a nice time here. To just hang out with family and to just have a nice relaxing day. We keep it real low key around here, and we don't have to travel out on the day of Thanksgiving or anything. So it usually is really nice and just a time that I really look forward to. So as for my photos, the black and white kind of like big selfie at the top is of me and Will with his side of the family. So we did have Thanksgiving over there on Wednesday, the day before, which was really nice. So that's a photo with his mom and his dad and also his brother and my sister-in-law Heather. So that was super fun getting to kind of just hang out with everyone and eat and all that kind of good stuff. So the 3x4 photos, the first one is of a super delicious shepherd's pie, the first one that Will's ever made, and it was really great. So on Wednesday, we made kind of a smaller Thanksgiving meal that we took over to Will's family. So he made shepherd's pie, green bean casserole, and a pasta salad. So that was super good. And we brought a Daya pumpkin cheesecake and some cookies. So it was really fun just like going over there, having like a little low-key Thanksgiving. But I was glad we got to hang with them while his brother and wife were in town. So that was nice. Then the next photos are a couple just of Penny and Poppy being cute. There's a 3x4 there of them on the bed. And then the little smaller photo, I decided to print off a few pictures at a 2x2 size, or I think 2x2, just to kind of give it a little visual interest. So the black and white photo there on the 3x4 card is of Will and Penny all snuggled up in the bed, and I thought they looked really cute. So I popped that on as well. Then you'll notice that I did just add a border around. I kind of did a doodle border around my 47 to try to add in some black and to try to make myself like it more. But at this point, I was like, no, I just can't do it. So I grabbed out this piece of kind of just leftover pattern paper that I had from my Thankful 30 project. And I thought this color orange was a little more muted and nicer. So I end up doing the same thing. I just stamp out the 4 and the 7. I'm going to fussy cut them out and add them. I'm going to pull off the other ones. And they don't come off perfectly, but I don't think you can really tell by the end of it. So I'm going to just pop these in place, and then I will again do the border around the 4 and the 7, and I end up liking this a lot more. So I'm very glad that I ended up changing it. So then as far as the rest of my photos, there's another 4x6 down at the bottom because on Tuesday, the day before we had the Thanksgiving with Will's family, we went to a Grizzly game with all of them. So that was really fun as well. So I snapped a photo while we were there. And then the Grizzly Instagram account, a lot of times will post the final score. So I always screenshot that and I added it up into the corner of my photo, which I've really been enjoying. Now, unfortunately, we went to 3 Grizzly games this month and they lost all 3 games. So it seems like they've been winning ones that we have not attended and they've lost the ones that we did go to. So that was kind of sucky, but still a lot of fun. So I added that photo. Then you'll see that there's another picture there of Penny looking adorable, just looking at something outside the window, but I loved how you could see the twinkle lights and the wreath and all of that around her. So I popped in that photo as well. And I wanted to do some additional journaling. So throughout my journaling here, the 3x4 cards, I have 2 of them there that are kind of packed with journaling. So one of them is all about everything that we did with Will's family, and the other one is about all the additional things that went on during the week because it was one of those really busy weeks. Will had a friend staying here. I super deep cleaned the house. I went grocery shopping with my mom at like 6 a.m. on Wednesday. So a lot of times if I don't have photos from things, I'll still try to add all of the little important points into my journaling just so I can remember that I did all of that throughout the week. And now I'm grabbing the die cuts from Ellie's Studio and kind of adding them in here and there. So I added in a large star there at the bottom. Also the cute little yum tiny phrase in the middle of the shepherd's pie photo. And then I added home sweet home on the one of Penny and Poppy. So I do add in a few little gold stars, but besides that, I think that's pretty much all that we're going to add to this spread. I really like the gold stars on this one in particular. I think they pop nicely and kind of bring everything together. So I really like how this half of the spread turned out. And like I said, I love doing double page spreads. So I'm excited to kind of keep it moving and continue to do that here for the second half of our week. So whenever you guys are working on Project Life, do you tend to kind of try to place your photos in some sort of chronological order within your week? Or do you just kind of jumble them all in there and you don't care what particular order the photos are in? I know some people do there's people in both camps. So for me, I already obviously document week by week, and that's the organization of my album. So I don't care if my actual photos are in any sort of order. So they definitely don't go in the flow of like Monday through Sunday. They just go in wherever I think they look the best personally. This one did kind of work where the stuff earlier in the week went on the first spread, and this is kind of the rest of the week, but I didn't do that purposefully. So here we are moving on. So once we get to this set of cards right here, the only card that I'm unsure if it is from Ellie's Studio is the one I'm about to write on that says gathered around the table. I don't know if that's Ellie's Studio or not. Could be, but may not be. But I think all the rest are from Ellie's Studio. So the first card there, I printed off the photo from our book club Zoom over on Patreon this month. I printed it off again small. That's either a 2x2 or a 2.5 by 2.5 size square, and just jotted a little bit down about the book club. Then the journaling card beside that, gathered around the the table together, I ended up just adding kind of little bullet points, and I added all of the food that we made for our main Thanksgiving meal here at our house. I didn't have a ton of other things that I needed to journal about because I knew I was going to add 3 things down here to this card that I'm working on currently. So I thought just a nice little list of everything that we ate would work out just fine. Then, of course, that 4x6 photo is of our dinner table, and this was our 4th vegan Thanksgiving. So that was really exciting and cool. That was one of the things that I wrote about there on the bottom card. Then I also have just a cute picture of us watching the parade with our coffees, and you can see the Christmas tree in the background, and it just felt so cozy. So I wanted to include that one. Then we have a photo that I found off just Instagram that says the day after Thanksgiving, and it's all about leftovers and how you'll eat leftovers all day long, which is definitely me. So I had to include that. Then the other 4 photos are just pictures that were snapped throughout our little family Thanksgiving. One of my mom and dad, a selfie of me and Will with my mom and dad, and then another couple smaller photos that I printed off of Will and Poppy and of me and Will sitting at the table together. So I love the way this side turned out as well. I really love this card with the heart on it that says, "This is my favorite." I think that one's so cute. I was considering popping that chipboard heart down, but I just didn't think that it worked quite right. But I do end up adding this little green love, like thought bubble, I guess, or talk bubble. And I'm going to add this one that says grateful for this, and that is going to be it. So I will definitely give you a little up close view here, but I love the way that these 2 spreads work together, and it was so fun documenting all of these fun, festive memories, and I'm really excited for everything to come with this next month. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this process video. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I'll be back at you super soon with another one. Bye, y'all.